What is up, awesome people, and welcome back to my Pokemon trading card game card opening series. So in the last episode we opened up our little Froakie friend here. Here's a little starter deck or starters deck from the Kalos starter set series, which was the very first series to come out for the X and Y, or let alone the 6th gen trading card cards. So there's his little deck box. Here was a water and steel combination little half deck there. So he had some interesting cards there, and of course his evolution line has probably one of the best I've seen for quite some time there. One water energy card needed, can deal quite a lot of damage early game, and then when you get Greninja can deal quite a lot of nasty damage removing an energy card if you flip a heads with him. 40 damage as extra as well, so that's probably a really good card, I will say. I was thinking about entering a trading card competition over in the capital city of WA this year, but I don't think we'll be making it down there. I can't particularly take any time off work, and if I was to enter that, I probably would have used Greninja and a water-based deck. Probably would have used something on the lines of my Blastoise deck that I used on my online card battles, kind of along those lines, if I can do something like that. Or even probably another deck that I've got in mind. Maybe I'm just blasting the Elemental deck, which is quite OP. But anyways, Chespin deck. So this is a grass and fairy combination half deck. So obviously just be featured around the Chespin evolution lines. We've got Chespin, Quilladin and Chestnut as our 3 featured cards here. There'll be 3 holos and then 3 normal cards of these as well. Same with the Froakie deck. We had the Froakie evolution line as holos. Then we had the normal cards as well. And as well as that, we have 54 other cards. So same thing again, 60 cards in this deck. There'll be 1 checklist as well. Metallic coin there, so this is a green Chespin coin. 2-player player mat was rule sheet. 1 extra booster pack, which is awesome. There'll be legendary treasures, no doubt. Deck box based on our friend Chespin. Damage counters and 1 code to unlock this deck for the online series as well. So you can play with the Chespin Hearts deck in the Pokemon trading card game online deck challenge, which is quite cool. And a good way to introduce you and get a bit of a grasp and increase your knowledge as well in the game. And as you can see, this deck is, or this box is like so tatty. I bought this one on eBay, so for the price that I was paying for, it definitely was worth it. So hopefully the cards themselves aren't damaged, which they're not, which is awesome. I would have been a little bit mad if they were. Alright. Okay, so on the, actually there's a story to that. The reason why I bought these on eBay was because here I actually found a bit of a rip-off to how expensive these were. These are like nearly 30 bucks for what you got. It was a bit of a price in my opinion, so I bought these on eBay for 5 bucks each, getting past all the extra BS that you get here in Oz, which is like GST and tax. For those who live in Oz will probably sympathise with me, but for those of the rest of the world, that is a bit of a killer when it comes to buying products here in Oz. So start off there with the damage counters. They're a little bit boring, but if you're into the competitive play scene, as you probably know that the elite boxes come with a lot better ones than that. But if you don't have a hold of those, those work fine. But I'm not a big fan of them. They rip too easily. The checklist here, I went through it in the last episode. Also goes through like the changes to the 6th gen cards for those who haven't played it yet, or into the 5th gen or previous ones from that, or jumping from 4th gen or whatever. Pretty good read actually, in my opinion. It's really good for older players who are just jumping back into it. As I said, when I jumped back into it from 5th gen, I was a, casual 4th gen player, so all the changes were a bit woohoo! But yeah, and there's our checklist. Pretty easy to understand there. Your green obviously is Chespin, your red Spinaken, and your blue is Froakie box. So you get some idea what you're getting, or what theme deck has what, or which one you need to buy again to figure out to get a particular card. But they're really good training cards here, come in all 3 expansions, which is really good. So buying all 3 of them gives you good accessibility to a lot of the trainer cards, which you can use to build a really sound and solid deck to use in the competitive scenes. Especially TRMO to get 3 extra cards, which is another good one. Pokemon Catcher, which is only a 1 deck, which is a bit surprising. So the Fennekin deck is the way to go, which is ironically my favourite. But Pokeball is another good one as well. Crushing Hammer's only for the Froakie deck as well, which is a really, really good card, especially in this current meta game with Yvonne running Rabid and Mega Charizard as well. But again, Blacksmith gets around that pretty easy. Alright, so that was the Froakie coin from the previous one that we opened. So here's a blue coin, and as I predicted, Chespin is a green coin, so green metallic, which is actually pretty sweet. Bit of a different change from like the gold and silver ones you usually get. So he's a little bit hard to see. There we are. That's probably the best view you're going to get of little Chespin there. He's actually pretty cute. I kind of wish it was like a bit of a darker green instead of the not darker green, lighter green, than like the dark green you got there. It wouldn't be metallic then, would it? All right. So there's our 3 holo cards, Chespin, Quilladin, and Chestnut. Chestnut had a really good ability in the XY series, so I don't think anything's going to beat that one. And this is really good music. Cycling from 3rd gen. Woohoo! 3rd gen hype. Unintentional. Anyways, so Chestnut isn't as good as its, I suppose you say, its presetting. Chestnut from the X and Y expansion that came out just a little bit afterwards. So there it is there. It's pretty basic. Does have a big whopping 80 base there on a tumbling attack. However, it does have recall. I guess that kind of gets around with the Flash Fire card as well. Quilladin as well. It's an alright stage 2, I suppose, there with Leech Seed. Allows you to heal back 10 for 2 energy cards, 1 grass and 1 any other energy card. And Chespin, who is of course a basic Pokemon there. Vine Whip for 10 and Seed Bomb for 20 with 1 grass and 1 energy card of another of any type. So overall, that isn't too bad of an evolution line. As I said, the one that comes from the next one is 100 times better to play, so I'd highly suggest getting a Chestnut from the actual booster packs instead of this one. Alright, so of course we got our redemption card for Pokemon Trading Card Game Online for the Trainer Challenge, so that'll give you access to that online and to be able to use the cards from this expansion as well to be able to build your own custom decks. And of course, Legendary Treasures booster pack for the win. Alright, get rid of that. And I shall get rid of that too. Alright, so there it is, little Chespin on a little deck box. And 60 cards inside. So let's whip them open. And let's see what we get. Okay, so we've got Grass and Fairy. So that's awesome. I need some more Fairy energy cards. I'm a little bit lackluster at the moment. Alright, see if I can pick this deck up. Alright, so of course we're going to lead off with the Grass Energy. We got Chestnut, the normal version of it, so I'll go with the Holo version. Grass, Pokeball, Bunnelby, we've got Fairy, Quilladin, Snubble, Fairy, Snorlax. Snorlax is so derpy, so powerful if you can actually get the energy cards on with double colorless. We have Chespin, Grass Energy, we have Pansage, Fairy Energy, Snubble, energy card, Switch card, Quilladin, energy card, Pokeball, Tyranitar, Fairy Energy, Swirlix, Grass Energy, Potion, which is awesome to have, Pokeball, Fairy Energy, Bunnelby, Snubble, Grass Energy. We have Granbull, which is awesome to have, Chespin, Fairy Energy, Milk Tank. Another good card if you can get the energy cards for it. Let's have a quick look at this one. Ooh, nice. Base 50 for 3 energy cards of any type, plus extra 20. So I can be dealing a total of 70 damage with just 1 card. That's awesome to have. Switch Energy, Weedle, Grass Energy, Tyramo, Grass Energy, Fairy Energy, Snubble, Pansage, Grass Energy, Swirlix, Fairy Energy, Weedle, Pokeball, Grass Energy, Chespin, Granbull, Fairy Energy, Potion, Quilladin, and Fairy Energy to finish that one off, and I might want to move him there. And alright. So sweet, lots of energy cards and lots of fairy energy cards too, which is what I need. Grass energy I'm not too lackluster on because I have a lot of grass cards from all the years I've been collecting. Ah, good old Wi-Fi connection music. I've got lots of stories to tell about 5th gen Wi-Fi. And of course, let's finish it off with a Legendary Treasures booster pack opening. So of course, we'll have 8 cards from the actual Legendary collection, a Legendary Treasure collection, plus an extra 2, which will make 10, from the Radiant collection, which is like the sub-collection, based off like the Japanese half deck, I think it was. So there's the redemption code, and that's over there. And of course, we have Tepig, Vulpix, Swablu, Natu. We have Ninetales as reverse holo. I didn't even notice what the reverse holo was in the last one. We have Seismitoad. We have Shaman from the Radiant collection, so there's always like this one running around, or Meloetta. We have Ursaring, we have Crustle, and Carnivine as the last card. Sweet! I do like the Radiant collection though. Meloetta and Shaman does look really cool. There is another card as well from that collection that looks bloody awesome. But that's just an example of how cool those ones look. Oh, excuse me. Oh, alright, so that's it for that opening, I suppose. I don't think I've got anything else to talk about for that one. So yeah, that's the 2 openings so far. I'll just move those, and next episode will be of course the Fennekin card opening. Can't pick it up. So Fennekin, my favourite starter for 6th gen. Such a cool poke, especially Delphox. And of course, in the next episode, I will go through and show you guys what the complete Kalos starter collection looks like. 39 cards won't be a very long thing. It might be just tedious putting in the actual cards themselves. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I'm running out of things to talk about. So yeah. Just a reminder, Fennekin deck next episode. So as always, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. And I shall see you guys when I open up the Fennekin deck. So this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!